Hi everybody, MVP here. Just a very quick video. Had a lot of requests for some more information on my 3-duck Corrie and how to load that. So the 3-duck Corrie, yeah, basically three FXCorrelators used in different time frames using the same moving average, and I've actually got an indicator as well that makes it a lot simpler, so I thought I'd load it on for free. So I'm just going to show it to you now. This is actually called the Triple Corrie, which is basically using 3 correlators, but it shows it all on one screen, so it's really useful. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly load this on. So once you download it from my sites, yep, so go to my website Trade to Win or Baby Pips, or go to Forex Factory and I'll have it loaded there. And just load it up. So I'm just going to find it. By the way, this is my MT4 stable. Do you remember I said to you I carry a lot of strength meters? Can you see how many? This actually, I've archived hundreds. These are all my different variations. Every one of those involves some form of strength meter, index, combination, you name it, I do it. It goes on and on, doesn't it? Look at that. Actually there's the just there, that's the free one that is available, but that is just one of hundreds, as you can see. So I'm just going to find the Triple Corrie. Hang on. Oh god, it's here somewhere in OPQ. I wish I knew my alphabet, guys. Right, Triple Corrie, see that? So once you've loaded it, put it into your obviously your folder, drag it across, put it on a 5, okay, 5 on any chart. This happens to be the euro dollar, and this is what you're going to see, but we'll come back to it in a minute. Let's say okay to that, and let's just fire it up. Okay, so you get this. I'm going to shut that down, and now you can see the screen. So if we close that off a bit, so what is this stuff at the top here, top left? Try and have a look in the top left there. What this actually is it's actually showing you three FX correlators working in arrow form. Now you'll always have whatever you put here, and this is the 5-minute, you will always have the 5-minute version here. It says M5 there. The 5-minute will always be up live, okay, so you can watch going above and below the 0. But up here, these 3 charts do exactly what you think they do. It tells you the M60, that's the 60-minute chart, that's the 1 hour. It tells you whether each of these currencies are above or below the 0, so you don't have to go and look at another chart, it's all here. And the M240, yeah, you know what that is, that's the 4 hour again. So just to prove that, you see here, hopefully you can see this, it tells you that the euro, the blue euro, is actually facing south at this moment on all 3 time frames. So let's just check that, shall we? Come across here, there's the 0, there's the blue, yep, sure enough it's below the 0. Okay, just going to flick up to the 1 hour. See how that just changed? These don't change, by the way, they're fine, they're still showing the same thing, but we've gone to the 1 hour, as you can see there, huge things obviously yesterday, just below the 0, so it's working. And last but not least, go to the 4 hour, which is the M240, 240 minutes, and it's below the 0. How good is that? Let's just press refresh to make sure we're not missing a trick here, but that looks pretty good. So clearly at the moment everything is geared around, you see this triple Corrie, or the 3 ducks here. The GBP sterling ended yesterday when we finished the trading, going into obviously late US session yesterday evening, about 10 AM I suppose, or whatever, 10 PM. GBP finished on a triple sell, and it's obviously been selling a lot after an epic Brexit decision. Let's go back to the M5, and it was just literally tipping over, and you can see here most of the day. In fact, let's make that a little bit smaller, and you can see yesterday sterling obviously had done most of the damage on sterling had been done through the Asian session. So you can see actually early on, this is about 7-8 o'clock yesterday morning, sterling actually fought back. And again, if you were watching my thread, I actually made quite a lot of money rebuying it, but also made money selling it as well again. By this stage, I'm happy to say I made a lot of pips. I traded through the night, I traded the Asian session, and God, it was a hell of a day. Anyway, so here you can see that this can help you guide things. So keep the M5 open here and just trade up here. So I'm just going to now do a right click, and let's look at indicator list, and let's actually edit the Triple Corrie. So this is the Triple Corrie, and what I just want to show you here is what you've got. You can change the period average, yeah, you've got to keep the same period average for each 3 time frames, but you can, it's on at 60 default, but you can change that. You can change it to 20, I don't care. Each of these shows you, do you want to show all 8 currencies? You can just click on here and you can change it or not, so you don't have to show all of them. Don't need to confuse yourself. If there's currencies you're not bothered about trading, then don't do it. Some of these other things not so relevant, so feel free to play around with them. There's actually a timer on this, but I can't even remember what that does. I think it shows you how long something's been in motion, in terms of a correlation, a triple correlation. You can actually show 1, 2 or 3 of the chart lines, so again you could change that to 2 if you want. And here we go. This is the first time period. Okay, so the top one is the 5 minute, all based on minutes, guys. Don't put hours in, put minutes in. So 60 minute 240. Again, this corresponds to the standard. Don't put 17 in here because it won't understand. Obviously you can only work this to your 1 minute, your 5 minute, your 15s, your 30s, your 60s, your 240s, and obviously going up if you're trying to get towards dailies, then work. I think that's 1440 actually, and weeklies. I can't remember, but again, if you look around or do the sums, you can work out how many minutes those things are, and it will work for you. Okay. In fact, let's try. Yeah, we won't try 40. Show timer. That's on a false. These other things at the bottom. Something to do with display. Again, I can't remember, to be honest, but don't worry about it. It's defaulted anyway. So I'm going to say, okay, what else is there? Then we've got inputs. Then we've got colors. Okay, so it's your standard colors. Press OK, and it makes a noise, whatever that means. Wait a minute, I've got to close something, hang on. And she's back in the room. Okay, and let's go back to 5. So as you can see, it works great. When you're trading live, you can just keep this up. It's just one simple chart then, and you can watch everything from here. Control panel, or again, obviously you can use your 5 minute here. As I remember, you can actually hide the display screen here as well. Show timer, no, don't want to show chart lines. Show table, true. See that? If you change that to false, I think it removes the table up here. That's no good, is it? We want to keep that. As you can see, I have a full and working knowledge of every one of my indicators, but you saw how many I got, guys, and that's just the live stuff. I've got hundreds archived, so I have to be honest with you, and a lot of developers have written a lot of stuff for me, so half the time I can never remember what I got. I'm sure there was something that said show lines. You see anything? Show chart lines. What's that? Let's try that. 2. No idea. No idea what I'm doing now. So let's press reset. Yep. I actually thought you could hide the display. But I mean, why would you want to hide the display? So we'll come back to that. We'll forget that. So why would you want to hide the display? Who knows? So that's how it works, guys. I just wanted to share it with you. This is the Triple Corrie. It's available. I've linked it onto all my threads, and hope you find it useful, because you now don't have to look at 3 time frames. Yeah, you can watch it from here. You can control the trigger one from here, and you can watch the others up here that can help you. This is MVP signing off. Have a great weekend. Cheers, guys. Bye.